And when I see him focus, every time I know that he has somebody, I always tell him, you already figured him out. You know, that's like letting him know, have fun. From now on, just have fun.
Back out. Double jab. 1, 2.
When it comes to it, like, boxing is pretty much all mentality. It's all mental. Are you mentally prepared with the audience? Are you mentally going to be prepared with the certain punch selection? There's things that I also got to train as well. There's things that I have to maintain as well. Those are things that I have to work on within myself. It's a muscle. And it's a muscle memory that you have to create now. If you don't create now, it can harm you.
With just 5 days left, Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez are pushing their bodies and minds to the breaking point. And we're taking you deep inside every—
How much I said I achieved that. He's always gotta beat whoever's in front. I beat Shakur. They'll say he went up weight class, he wasn't in his weight class. When I flatline him and they say, oh, he had the best defense, that's just how it's gonna be. You gotta be okay with it. I ended up being okay with it.
I'm gonna show everyone that his defense is not as immaculable like they say it is. That's my job. That's my job. My job is to show the true flaws that they can't see, that the world—
Shakur is grinding nonstop in camp, sharpening his speed, defense, timing, and precision as he prepares for the biggest challenge of his career.
I just need somebody at 30.
That's to make sure like sense, you know. And we need the right joker down here for it to be just a big.
Yeah. And they get kind of aggressive and open up.
Correct.
And I could catch them kind of easily.
Yeah, you can catch me.
Teofimo is keeping things sharp and simple, staying healthy, explosive, and dialed in while conserving energy for when—
Fight. I'm like, yo, Teo, come on, use your jab. Keep using your jab. I'm like trying to coach him through. I know Teo. I don't know Arnold Barboza. Why would I go? If I'm front row, why am I cheering on Arnold Barboza?
Right.
I don't do that. So, and I also remember when I was fighting Josh Padley, I could hear Teo like, yo, just go to the body, set up with the body shot, so I could hear Teo's voice. So it's like, why would I cheer against you, bro?
You wanted to make that clear.
Yeah,
like
he kind of just assumed because I was with Bud that I was going to—
Shakur's camp is ruthless, structured, and locked in, built around elite precision, endurance, strategy, and total control.
Tired of going in the ring and guys being like, oh, you're not fighting nobody, oh, you're not this. I didn't have to do this fight. I could have stayed at 135 and I could have campaigned at 135. But for me, I feel like I wanted to fight at 140 against Teo because he's one of the biggest names in the sport.
How, for the good of the sport, how important is this fight between you and Teo?
It's very important. It's important because it makes boxing great again. It keeps the fans that want to see the fight in tune. And also, you got to realize, once again, I didn't have to take this fight. I was campaigning at 135. That's the weight that I'm at. That's the weight that I 9 times out of 10 going to go back to after this fight. But I did this because I know Teo's one of the biggest names. I know that he's one of the most accomplished fighters in or around my weight class. And the challenge wakes me up. It makes me want to go harder. Showing up day in and day out to make sure that I come in at 100% on Fight Night. So for me, this fight means everything for the sport. This fight means everything for me, my career, my legacy, and I can't wait to put it all on the line.
How does it upset you at all, Shakur, when people get on social media and it seems like when you fight, they be like, he's a boring fighter, defensive fighter, too boring. And is that part of it where you say, okay, you know what? Now I'm going to fight Teo. Call me boring now.
No, it don't bother me no more because they pick and choose, you know. I still hear it to this day, oh, he's boring, he's a defensive fighter, but it's like my last fight, I went in there and I entertained the crowd. I went out there, entertained the people. I took a couple punches more than usual than I usually would take. So if I did that my last fight and y'all still can say it, y'all still want to let it haunt me. They still bring.
Lopez trains with controlled aggression, drilling fundamentals, staying in peak condition, and sharpening his weapon.
Shakur Stevenson stepping up to the 140-pound division, 10-stone division. Dalton Smith, our very own Dalton Smith, is one of those champions. Teo Lopez, universally accepted as the #1 in that division. Brilliant victories in his career over Josh Taylor, and prior to that, Vasyl Lomachenko. I think a true victory over Vasyl Lomachenko. If anyone can upset the ascent of Shakur Stevenson up the pound-for-pound list, up the weight divisions, it's the spoiler that is Teo Lopez. I've watched a lot of them together in the build-up, and I like the way Teo is, and I like the way Shakur is. See, Shakur's got the gap between his teeth. It's gone now.
Yeah.
He's had his teeth done. He's ready to be a megastar. I'm really, really, really fascinated by this.
Mo is fully locked in, disciplined, confident, mentally unbreakable, and ready to deliver the performance of his life.
Teofimo Lopez blows hot and cold, but when he's good, he's really good. Vasyl Lomachenko was an outstanding performance. Then he got derailed by George Kambosos in the fight after that and just seemed to lose his way a little bit, but in recent times looks back to his best. It's a fascinating fight. This, for me, is all about whether Shakur Stevenson can step up and bring the greatness. He's daring to be great, and I think that Terence Crawford done it against Canelo Alvarez, and I believe that Shakur Stevenson does it against Teofimo Lopez in a fascinating fight. You know, if you're a boxing fan, for the boxing purist, the sweet science between these two, you watch the technical stuff that goes in there, might not go down as one of the greatest fights there ever was. This could be a real standoff, a real technical fight, but both guys, their IQ is insane, and this is the best fight in boxing today.
It is. It's up there along with Artur Beterbiev against Dmitry Bivol.
Teofimo Sr. says it with absolute conviction. His son is destined to be world champion, praising his hunger, work ethic, discipline, and relentless drive inside camp.
Two fantastic boxers. Shakur, pound for pound, top 10. Teo, maybe just outside it. Maybe like 12th or 13th in my pound for pound rankings. But obviously a win for Teo would take him into the top 10. A win for Shakur, I mean, there's an argument to say he could be #1. There's an argument to say you could be #1 if you are about to win your I don't know what belt, but your 4th weight division. Could be #1. I think this is such a good matchup, and I think too many people are sleeping on Teofimo Lopez without realizing Teofimo Lopez has done the best homework you can do in preparation for Shakur. And what I mean by this is Shakur is a slick southpaw, right? Elite boxing southpaw in Vasyl Lomachenko. Most people hate fighting southpaws. They're tricky, right? You don't get a good enough sparring for them. There are simply more orthodox fighters than southpaw fighters. So you grow up fighting orthodox fighters. So when you fight a southpaw, it's like, my God, what am I doing? He has fought two of the best southpaws of the last 10 to 15 years in Josh Taylor and Vasyl Lomachenko, and he's beaten them both. So he's at the perfect preparation. And removing Josh Taylor, because Josh Taylor, although a very good boxer, isn't as slick as Shakur Stevenson. Loma is. So he's been there and done that. Loma came up from a small weight class. Shakur came up from a small weight class. Is Shakur better than Loma? I don't know. It's a debate to be had. What I'm getting at is that Teofimo Lopez will not be scared of fighting a slick south.
Or on the draw back of traps, you come in 5 inches, he goes back 7, and he counters the crap out of you. He stood his ground, and he punched. And he still got the better of it with the sweet science, being defensively responsible, but without having to be less entertaining. He was more entertaining. He satisfied people. He made people, they said, that's what we wanted in Shakur. And they got it. Now he's a big favorite, or a good favorite. You know the lines better than me, but he's a good favorite.